All right, what about now? What about now? Sound in, sound in. Okay. Yeah, I say, man, I learned a lot yesterday, man. I got a lot of people that they secretly bush watch a bus, right? But they don't watch me for any educational value. They don't watch me for entertainment. Uh they watch me to call YouTube. And I think that's unfortunate that they're that afraid of me or that upset. Sorry that I'm hurting you so bad. Okay. I apologize for whatever is happening to you based on my words. A normal thinking, sound minded person would just not watch me. But everybody is not of sound mind. Everybody is not of sound body. There's some people crazy than a son of a. So it is what it is. God bless you. I don't give a damn. I just want you to know I don't give a damn. Um, I believe in a higher power, so I don't care about you little minions getting upset about something that I say because I have a right to say it. It's no disrespect though, but I can't allow you to take away my right to say something. Um, you know, with this whole Gilbert situation that he keep trying to make into a beef. No, we're not trying to make nothing into a beef. We both around the same ages, and you are the quintessential narrative that they want to put in front of our people. A goofy, loud dummy that the only thing that you can respect about you is that you make money. And I know that them white boys are going to continuously give you money because they want to push out this goofy, dumb, no accountability type of personality that you have. And that's not beef to say that. I'm not trying to flag your channel. I'm not trying to do all this silly shit that you're trying to do. But at the end of the day, I still reserve the right to my opinion. Um, you need to stop trying to cover up. See, I got real scars. You see that? I got scars for real. And the only way I get these scars taken away is you got to laser these motherfuckers off. See, you got a lot of scars. It's a lot of people. I'm that scar that I'm gonna bring that shit to your face. I'm gonna bring it to your attention. This reminds you of an ugly truth. And a lot of people, they don't deal with their scars. They don't get them removed. They just cover them up. You know, a lot of these people, they pretty only when they cover up they blemishes and cover up they scar. Motherfucker, I think I'm pretty just like this. Well, handsome, just like this. Not with the nappy beard. I do agree. I need to groom myself, but a lot of you motherfuckers only feel comfortable when you covering up your scars, when you covering up the things that you don't want people to know. I don't give a fuck. Such is life. Everybody got scars. There's no need to remove them. There's no need to cover them up. They just tell a story. They just tell a story. And that's all it is. But a lot of you men that secretly bushwatch me and then try to become me, and then you in turn hate me because of that. You want to see if you're tougher than me. You want to see if you got the girls. All this weird shit. Uh, Grow up. That's all I got to tell you. I never use skin lotion. What? Yeah, grow up. All right. And I'm out of water, but I'm not out of this kush. So you into the kush portion of this live. Hold on. Let me go off camera before I really start bloviating. Let me hit this kush. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit this kush before I start bloviating. You say stay ready. You can never stay ready. You can never stay ready. Steady watching. I'm talking about stay where? Stay ready. What the fuck I get out of that? Fuck. I just be making up shit. He's talking about go yard bag. So you telling me King of ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, let his friend get fired and embarrassed like that after going on Cam Newton's over loyalty? Hmm. We gonna get into all that. Dyslexia is saying reading something backwards. That's not reading something backwards, dumb motherfucker. That's changing up and putting a whole different word in. So if you're gonna try to be smart, actually look up the definition of the word that you're trying to put on somebody else first. Yeah, actually do that first. That nigga say showing them sweat equity scars. Oh man, god dang dog. That's hey, if you was white, I would have said that was racist. This nigga said sweat. Oh hell no. Hey man, I need to block. I need to time this. I need to time him out for 25 seconds. I need to time him out for 25 seconds. Boy, I wish I had a 25-second timeout button. Golly, that was dangerous. That was fucked up. That's fucked up. Using words in the wrong context is crazy. Yeah, I could just say it. I fucked up. I was wrong. I fucked up. I make mistakes. I always do. But this guy want to try to sound. He want to bloviate or to act like he educated and then use the word that don't even go with the whole thing he's trying to say. Just an idiot. Now he wants us to take a joke. Now it was a joke. Okay. I was joking too then. No harm, no foul. We both was joking. Yeah, man. Time for me to bloviate, man. But hey, listen. Hey, the hate is real though. It's some people, they don't like a bus, boy, but it's okay. It's all right. It is okay. Cortez word of the month. Oh, bloviate is the word of the month? KB took me out yesterday when he said that motherfucker was on their knees bloviating. Yeah, because that word do sound like something else. Oh man, 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 man. Ryan Clark about to speak it against the go along, get along gang now. Speak out against the go. Nah, he ain't gonna speak out against the go along, get along gang. He still got a job on ESPN Plus. He ain't gonna speak out. Yeah, he not gonna speak out. He still got a job on ESPN Plus. People out here bragging about getting signed. Hey, boy, hey, that's a cold one right there, boy. That's a cold one. See, life is all about how you look at things. He said people out here bragging about getting signed. It's some people they do the signing. It's some people they don't need signing. It's some people they just I don't know. But hey, that's a hell of a way to look at it. And by the way, man, I ran them heels and them goddamn toe shoes. Man, my toe is swollen than a son of a gun. But then I heard it's my fault because they said you got to ease into it. They said maybe you take a day and you just walk with the shoes on, and then you're supposed to walk. You ain't supposed to just hit the ground running like I did. I did jump rope, I did some little jogging, and then I did hill sprints. Digging in up that hill on that right toe hurting like a son of a gun. It's popping when I'm walking now. So listen, uh, take your time with them toe shoes, especially if your toe has been restricted, like my right toe. Now my left foot feel great, but if you have a restriction on your toes, you want to ease into them toe shoes because they really make every part of your foot work. So today I will not be running in my little toe shoes. I will be walking in my toe shoes for 2 hours, following the instructions. And then I'll be taking them off and putting my orthotics back in my regular shoe. Yeah, I won't be trying to goddamn be Speedy Gonzalez today. Yeah, I'm just trying to speed up the process, man. I just want to speed up the process, man. Kwame greatest hits, Petite Flacco. Nigga got well feet, y'all. Hey, my toes ain't used to being stressed out like that, boy. My goddamn toes different right now. Yeah, my toes different, boy. That shit probably look like man. Hold on, hey, 1999. I know this the wrong channel, but 1999. Don't you ever let nobody see how ghetto you is like that again. God, 1919. You just dropped a few. You ain't 1999 no more. You 1919. You up there playing gangster music all in front of your kid. The kid hearing F that B, F that hoe, a B at this, and a B a that, shake that ass. I'm like, what the? Ain't you got a little baby right there in the kitchen with you, lady? Oh my God, Miss Mother Earth. I thought people who valedictorians they read books or they listen to classical music. This is the most ratchet ass valedictorian I ever seen in my life. No wonder you in the situation you in, motherfucker selling cups, probably selling ass. I don't know, but God, right in front of the children, just ratchet ghetto. Those are not practices of teaching young minds to be educated. Just sit there poison in their head like that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. If you was my baby mom, me and you'd be arguing all the time. You wouldn't like me 1919. Yeah, I'd be cussing you the hell out. I'm a real daddy. I protect my kids. I'd be like, what the fuck is you sitting there listening to that in front of them kids for? Is you crazy? You better act like you got some sense and put on something else. Put some headphones on while you cooking if that's what you doing. Yeah, I'm one of them daddies. Fuck you playing that around the house for, girl. You a long way away from your grandma. Grandma was probably playing some classical music, OJ's or something. You around there popping ass all day long. You just got pop ass music on. Just weird. Frying chicken, pop ass music. Ain't never a time not to shake it, boy. That's crazy, 1919. Yeah, she ain't 1999 no more. She 1919. She's just a low class. I'm talking about just, that's disgusting. You showing the world this shit, but bragging about your education. Don't you know music have power? Have you ever heard what India Arie said? Yeah, she just twerking that little shit and cooking chicken and had the kid getting in the camera cursing, all that. What? I'm looking at like, what the what? He's about in the pool pit popping. Yeah, this is crazy, man. It don't make no sense. What's so educated about that? I don't think you smart if you don't know time and place. There's a time and a place for everything. She one of them types. She swears she's so smart, but all you gotta do is put some music on and she'll go dumb. You don't gotta be smart. You could be a drug dealer. You could be anybody. All you gotta do is put some music on and she'll go dumb. Yeah, Yeah, I like the fake smart one. All you gotta do is put that music on and they go dumb. Fake smart ass. Since when is it smart to get on camera, cook chicken, kids everywhere, and blast gangster music? Just slow. Let me go get me some more water out my little machine. I wouldn't eat no motherfucking kitchen. I wouldn't eat no chicken from somebody who ain't wash the dishes before they cook. I can't have my sink. No, you can't cook for me, sink full of dishes. I don't want that. How the hell did you clean the chicken? Yeah, I don't take no woman food that got a sink full of dishes. No. My mama, before she cooked, she cleaned the dishes and the sink was clear. Then she cleaned the chicken in the sink and then she had that chicken ready to go to be floured, seasoned and floured. So if your sink dirty, how the hell did you clean the chicken? If you already got pots and pans in the sink, you must ain't clean that chicken. And I can't eat no dirty ass chicken. That's why I want. That's why I want to get back to the cookout so I can eat my auntie chicken. I'm going back to the Democrats. I gotta eat my chicken. They be mad at me because I just be telling the truth. See, I had a good mama, so I don't take shit from just any old body. I know what a real woman is. I know what a good woman is. So I don't get offended when somebody say you don't like women. No, I just don't like you. How the hell you become all women? I just don't like you. It's very simple. So they don't like logic and they don't like truth. It's just hell no. Can't eat at everybody's house. Hell no, you can't eat at everybody's house. All you gotta do is see their mannerism. You gotta watch their mannerism. Yeah. Messy. It's a lot of messy ass chicks don't know how to keep house. I'm messy, so I don't need no messy ass chick. I like a chick to say, hey, put that coaster right there. Don't touch that, man. You can tell, but I like that shit. I go over there, and you can, put that up in your drink. Oh, no, wait. And they come and bring that coaster to you. I said, ooh, that's a good one here, boy. She clean. I like that shit. You go in their bathroom, that motherfucker smell good and it's cleaning. But you got to go there more than once. So you can't just go there one time and that's the first time you done been around this motherfucker. She had the bathroom clean one time and you think this motherfucker clean and she really just stank and hiding it. So you got to go over more than once, fellas. You got to go over there more than once. He said the microwave dirty red flag. Shoot. You go in that damn bathroom, look beside that toilet. They try to wipe around it, but you got to just look at the back of that toilet. That back tell it all. Yeah, you got to look at the back of their toilet. Yeah, it'll be some old, all kind of shit back there. Just look at the back of that toilet. There's a difference between a woman that just pick up shit and pick up after herself and somebody that know how to actually keep a house. I'm talking about actually neat and really clean, sanitized, flowers and shit in there to make it inviting and homely. Yeah, that's a difference. Some people just pick up after themselves. They just, oh yeah, my shoes ain't in the corner no more. They in the closet. My stuff ain't over here all in your face. Refrigerator wiped down, and that's it. Hell yeah, I would knock the fuck out, see, no? Let me get on camera. Let me change it over here. Boy, I was knocked out, boy. And now I've been on that swagger.
Turn this down.
And now I've been on that swag. Yeah, the eyes is a little puffy now, but don't worry. We got water for that. He said he was up all night. What the hell you up all night doing? Bloviating? Chino, you was up all night bloviating? Let me back this thing up. Hey, y'all see my new piano over there? That bitch there fire.
They be so mad. He got that bullshit ass screen. So what? So what? Make sure the counters and the floors don't have mop residue. Ugh. Hey, did y'all see it though? Am I tripping? Styles, what's up? Am I tripping? Did y'all see it? Was that appropriate? Oh, let me put this out because they don't like when I do this too. Let me pull my big herringbone out, boy. Yeah, you see that? How the rappers used to do. Oh, my shit. Oh, my shit ain't heavy enough to move. How the rappers do back in the day. Oh, my shit must be stuck on something. Yeah, it's stuck. Yeah, shit. Hold on, it's stuck. I know my chain heavy enough to move. Now my herringbone, it was stuck on the little. Hold on. Yeah. How the rappers used to do back in the get in, get in, get in, get in. Yeah, I always wanted to do that. The rappers used to do that. Get in. But I don't want to get shot at like the rappers do. So let me stop acting like the rappers. But hey, 1919, because you done lost your 1999 status. 1919, that was disgusting what I saw yesterday. And I want you to know I saw it. Because I know you're gonna be up there crying like a mother trucker. You was disgusting yesterday. You look funky. You was standing there cooking. You look stank. I thought you were Putin while you was cooking. And then you had that boy coming in the camera doing all that with all that ratchet music you was playing. What the hell is wrong with you? How is that smart? You just took away all credibility about your educational value. Like nobody cares about how smart you are if you're stupid enough and don't have common sense enough not to allow a company that may hire you to see you in your home with your children listening to twerk music all damn day and with cussing and fussing and all kind of shit in it with your kids right there. You could have had your headphones in and you could have been rocking. At night, I think of you. You could have been boom, dropping it low with your headphones in. But no, you want your daughter, your sons, everybody to see that. That's sad. I see why you the valedictorian of 1919 and you still ain't get no job with no corporate company because you're ratchet. You go to places with pink hair. No one's hiring you with pink hair and dirty scripper heels on. They're not hiring you like that. Okay? So 1919, get your shit together and stop talking about me all day and stop doing what you're doing, all right? 1919, fuck wrong with you. All right, let's get to it. Ryan Clark. Hey, YouTube, this is all jokes. I know they're going to cry about it, YouTube. I don't care. This is all jokes. This is all in good fun. We're going to get to the news. We're not going to continue that. We don't even know who 1919 is. 1919 is a fictitious thing that I made up. Who is 1919? Go get 1919. We don't know who he is. All right. There's a lot of theories out there about how Ryan Clark got fired. This lady gives one. Oh, let me see. Let me. All right. So this young lady said that Ryan Clark's downfall came when he started this. She said that she believes that yes, he embarrassed that gentleman on television, but she also believed that this is one other reason that he got fired. I guess you're beefing with RC now. Yeah, I guess I'm beefing with Ryan Clark because I'm going over the news that he got fired. So what's beef? Beef is when you report on things up in the news. I don't know. I'm beefing. But this salute to you, bro. But this young lady comes up with a theory. I like y'all to hear it. Here it go. I didn't know who Puka was. I looked up a piece of it, but this is what she said.
Extremely, extremely sexist and just speaking as if they know exactly what's going on in the situation. Now, I want to give Fred Taylor a little bit of credit. He does try to interrupt both Ryan Clark and Channing Tatum at certain times to let them know, hey, do you know that she could only have slept with Puka Nacua, and she could know Puka Nacua is 100% the father, but he could be saying he's not. And in order to go to court and force him to pay child support, she might have to go get the paternity test so that there's like a legal document saying, it's not her word. she could say it's Puka's, and Puka could say it's mine. And the court will need her to go to the hospital and prove it is Puka Nakua's in order for Puka to have to pay child support. And Fred Taylor did try to interrupt both Ryan Clark and Channing Tatum, who, like I said, continuously were calling her a whore and saying that the only reason she would need a paternity test is if she was sleeping around with so many men and so disgusting, couldn't keep her to her pants, that she didn't know who the father was. Now, of course, they ignored Fred Taylor while he said this, and I don't want to totally let Fred Taylor off the hook. He didn't, force this issue, and he also gave in to the sexist joking quote unquote comments. They were obviously laughing during this, and I'm sure they thought it was kind of lighthearted or.
So I typed in the guy's name. He said, all business. Salute KB in the chat. Salute, bro. Carcino Wright. Salute, Dipple D. So this is one of her theories. So I found the little clip. Because I didn't see the where is it? It's in the shorts. So I didn't see the whole video, but this is a short of it.
About her going in to prove paternity to see if it's Puka's kid.
Congratulations, brother. You got out the spider's web before it stung your ass.
Bingo.
That's what it is. She helped him out with this. You like that? You don't even know who was skeeting in you, and when you got skeeted in, she helped him out. What is he? Is he Polynesian?
Mm-hmm.
Polynesian's real family oriented. So if he thought this is my baby, he might have married her. He might have married her to be right, and my grandmama doesn't want me to have kids on the outside and all. He might have done some dumb stuff. She gave him a quick out. She helped him out. Congratulations, Puka Nakua. The dummy, the girl, she made a bad decision, but she helped out Puka because now he knows that she was out there letting other people go raw in her while he was too.
Channing, hold up. See, we can't let little bruh jump in like that. Little bruh be loose.
That's real.
No, that's very true.
That's
but also,
real.
you got to add the element or the possibility that they're not together, right? And she's going to prove paternity. She wants to prove that this is his child so that along the way, throughout the pregnancy, the courts can document everything and force him to help her financially. Doesn't mean she was cheating around or messing with other dudes and she's trying to prove it that way. She wants to confirm that it's the baby.
Freddie T, no. Freddie T, we're not gonna let you do that. We're not gonna let you be this evolved thinker.
So we broke up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And somebody else going raw Friday?
No, I'm not saying that, Chan.
I know how babies are made. And also, too, Freddie T, you don't have to go prove it to me if I believe it.
Hold up.
Now, the young lady started complaining, started saying that this hurt her. She's actually thinking about suing. That somebody said she was thinking about suing ESPN. I don't know how that has something to do with ESPN, but you know how this thing works where they say if you work for a company, you can't be doing these things, this and that. I don't know. Other people say that he got fired because of this. It could be a combination of the two, but who knows? We never really know. But this was a clip that's on Chigs.
What aired last year?
Are you feeling okay? You look at AJ Brown, which is this #1 wide receiver who got one target all night, and then you got CeeDee Lamb. But that's the
When was the one target?
That's the target. But I'm saying,
when was the one target?
I'm saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the one target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this morning saying
got
AJ Brown had a better day than CeeDee Lamb.
But you know what you wake up saying though? AJ Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course,
right? Like that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this though, and we shouldn't do this on TV. And so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh, stop! CeeDee Lamb is.
Let me tell you why. I'm not saying
I'm not looking at fantasy football, Ryan. I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3 ex-players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me.
I do think that a guy could give an opinion but I understand that. But sometimes it's only a unique player's opinion when it's certain situations, and it got to be a little give and take when it comes to that. There's definitely some analysts that are very meticulous with numbers. They understand stats, they understand history, they understand nuances of the game just as good as some players. But it's certain experiences that only a player could know. And I think the only sport that they don't really respect that in, it seems like, is basketball for sure. And maybe baseball too, because they have people that don't play baseball talk about baseball. But they don't really necessarily do that in football because it's more of a rugged thing. So it's only a certain kind of man that can do that. And they don't do that with fighting, because if nobody saw you fight, you bet not be critiquing no fighter that got in the ring, or the next step is you come on in. So it's never really going to creep into fighting. There's not going to respect anybody that sit back and watch people fight and say, I've watched enough fights that I think I can talk about this fight. It doesn't work that way. With basketball, they create these personalities. They create these entertainers. So they don't want things like this to happen, where you have a player directly challenging these guys that just sit up there and just talk about something that they cannot do. So and everybody has an opinion. Cool. But these analysts are supposed to have more of an expert opinion. These people opinions other people sit and watch every morning. When you put somebody on ESPN or First Take, it don't matter who it is some people get up every morning and they watch First Take. They watch whatever sports show that they like. And if you're putting people up there that you just created out of nowhere, because you like the way they talk, you like the way they entertain, and then you have Ryan Clark challenge that on national TV, and this guy is supposed to be running, this other guy is supposed to be getting the show, I can see how you're affecting the bottom line. And then some people say it's because of Pat McAfee. Some people say they paid Pat McAfee so much money that they need to make some cuts. So whatever you believe, at the end of the day, Ryan Clark is no longer with ESPN. I think Ryan Clark will be fine. He has his own show. I think he's still going to be with ESPN Plus. But Ryan Clark is no longer with ESPN. Now, I think Sino has a live about it. And, that's the Black Hole Sino. He may know more particular details, but I don't know. He's no longer with ESPN, but it is what it is.
Finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me.
Okay.
As a player, I can't speak for CeeDee.
Now, after this incident, people claim that the executives at ESPN was not rocking with Ryan anymore, especially because they were actually trying to give Peter his own show at ESPN. Now, some of his colleagues have been speaking out. Clay Travis called it diabolical. He said, I legit have never heard of anyone being fired on air in sports media before. The entire network has to hate you for this to happen. Emmanuel Acho said, man, Ryan Clark is one of the most talented television personalities in the world. He helped bring NFL Live their first Emmys and is a master of his craft. Keep going, RC. Now, no matter how you feel about Ryan Clark, whether you love him or hate him, you have to admit that the way ESPN handled him getting fired was very distasteful and very classless. That's not how you handle somebody that's poured in 11 plus years at your company. The man was reliable. He was always willing to fill in at any shows. You're telling me that you guys couldn't wait 30 minutes to let him know that he was fired? Even though I know he's not gonna do it, if I'm Stephen A. Smith, you gotta call out ESPN for this fuckery. You cannot sit by and let ESPN disrespect your black colleague. At a certain point, you gotta stand for something. This is absolutely nasty. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of ESPN laying off Ryan Clark? Is this protocol or did people really hate him up there? Like this video?
That's definitely not protocol. My personal opinion on this is that Ryan Clark talks a lot of that wokey woke stuff, and I think the world is moving like anti wokey woke. And if you are with this woke crowd that talks this, uh, see everything with this black lens, I think that's what's going to help him get fired. He was fired because of his few incidents he had on air covering NFL that he apologized for, and he was in the first to go. ESPN brought out NFL Network, and now they're on 10% of ESPN. That was the NFL's decision. Yeah, we just seen the tape, so that could have got him fired. But I also think that wokey woke stuff that he does. I'm telling you, people are tired of that shit. And these companies that are hiring these people, I think they're gonna move totally away from all that. I think they're gonna move away from people that sees everything with this black and white lens. Because when you sit down with them, I would go get the interview with him and Andrew Schultz. He gave a passionate thing about what Andrew Schultz said, a joke. And then when he sat down with Andrew Schultz and you heard what Schultz said to him and how he responded, you're like, damn, this dude 100% right. Why the fuck is you thinking like that? Like it just gave you a different perspective. Like, damn, it really is all about perspective. Like you can literally take anything. Like if you can date somebody, and if you already predetermined in your head that your partner is saying something to hurt you or they're cheating on you, you're gonna take everything they say as negative. And Ryan Clark seems to see a lot of things from one lens. He don't seem to see it in a nuanced way to where how other people may perceive it and how other people see how we talk and how we respond to people. And they're looking like, well, damn, you could do white chicks, but we can't do this. So you can say any and everything, and we can't say anything because you're offended. So it becomes like a sort of a reverse racism or reverse woke. And so you can't be one way and then expect other people not to be able to say and play with the same things that we play with. And that is a fact. And if you want, I'll play the video, but I think people just tired of that shit because it's swaying the minds of people. The world is really a mixed up place. People ain't really moving out there in the world like, oh, I don't really like you, white girl. I don't really like you, black guy. I don't really see that because the world is mixed. There's more light-skinned mulatto kids every day, Asian and black, Asian and white, white on black, black on white, however you want to put it. The world is mixed now. But we got certain people that still only see things from a certain way. And it's very beneficial. I mean, it's very beneficial to only see things in those ways. So I understand why people do it. If you move with money in your mind every second, it's very lucrative to only see things from a racial lens first. Mm-mm-mm. That's crazy. I might need to go over that story next. Um, but yeah, so that's why I think he got helped out the door. Now the Democrats are infighting. Let me go back here. Uh-huh. All right, so let me drop this. We got Roland Martin. To my Mr. Charles. We got Roland Martin and Chris Rabs. I think he's from Philly. This is an interesting conversation because the Democrats are like infighting right now. They got this young progressives, as they call them, Democrats that believe in socialism and communism and everybody just eat and be merry and everything is free and healthcare is free and education is free and my living is free and you gonna pay, not me, and they just believe in that. And so Mandami is in New York and it's a real thing. He's a real thing. And there's more and more people that are like Mandavi. This is a real thing. So you have the Democrats infighting. There's the older crowd is like, these guys are crazy. This is not going to work. They hate this. And then the younger crowd are like, y'all need to get a life and get the hell on. So this is wild seeing this split in the Democratic Party based on free shit. That's all it is. Some of the Democrats realize, like, wait a minute, this isn't. Some of my friends are these billionaires that you guys are attacking. You shouldn't think about taking everything from other people. Let's work this through. And then there's some Democrats, that you got enough money, we should be able to strip everything from you because they want to go to a communist society. And I don't know where that works, but this is what it is. And so this ain't about left versus right and all this shit no more. This is about listening to people who come from countries that they tried that and they fled those countries to come here. If you interview somebody that came from Venezuela, came from Cuba, came from these places, they will tell you that's not what you want. You don't want communism. You don't want people controlling you. You do not want that. But hey, when you frame it as Trump is bad, when you frame everything as freedom and democracy, when really you can't show anywhere where this works. And now the fucked up thing is that you say, so it wasn't, hold on, wait a minute now. Did I say Cuba and it wasn't in Cuba? Hold on now. Let me Google before I put out misinformation and they flag me for it. Hold up now. Hold up now. Yep, I was right, man. Don't be doing me like that. Don't be doing me like that, kid. Yeah, I was right, man. Don't be doing me like that, bro. I'm like, am I high? I am, but so let me check. All right, but let's get into this real quick.
His opinion means nothing.
Watch this.
Well, fuck him.
Oh,
That's not powerful. Can I be on?
In New York City, is oh my goodness, it's going to destroy itself. It's going, and you have the likes of James Carville and others.
So that's who they talking about, James Carville. Here you go.
That the party is oh my goodness, it's going to destroy itself. It's going too far left. You got these socialists that are winning in New York City, Colorado, and other places.
How colorful can I be on your show?
But the show's called Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Well, fuck him. That's my perspective. James Carville, who cares what he thinks? He's a hack. He should retire. His opinion means nothing. These people are out here organizing. These young people, these progressive folks are organizing and demanding a transformative vision of a country that is not unlike the Congressional Black Caucus of 1972, that's demanding universal basic income, or the presidential run of Jesse Jackson in '88, talking about a free Palestine. This is nothing new, but now people are saying, oh, well, look at these outside influences and what's happening to the party and so forth. There was a party that included an ideological diversity that is not well represented in Congress. So I have no love for that man. He can have all the opinions he wants. And why we?
So now the party of all inclusiveness and love, he says, I have no love for that man. Dang. Now he's a Democrat. The dude he's talking about is a lifelong Democrat. And because they have a difference of opinion, he has no love for that man. None. as a Christian, you're supposed to love thy fellow man anyway. But because they have a difference of opinion, this brother no longer loves that man or have love for that man. Damn. Interesting. You must obey. And I believe these college campuses, these indoctrination camps, they done sent these kids to learn from these teachers that's been around them more than the parents. And I think these parents now realize that they done messed up. They done sent these kids around these teachers from elementary now all the way through college. And we had some kids it's 2026. So the kids that's been going to school since 99, 2000, they're 26, they're 25, they're graduating college. They're the ones that's getting out here voting. They're the ones that's been indoctrinated. They're the ones just gonna, I'm smarter than you, it's the new world, it's a new time, y'all are old and outdated, and it's just like, really? Show me where what you saying work. It doesn't matter. They're so emotional. It doesn't even matter. It's crazy. It's coming too. It is coming.
Been talking about him. He's a hack. He's a has-been. Let's talk about people who actually had some wins, who actually have some skin in the game, who are on the streets, who are listening to young people, who are working with them, who actually respect Black people and listen to our collective wisdom. He ain't the one.
I have this candidate running in Michigan for Congress, William Lawrence, who on a podcast made some critical comments about members of the Congressional Black Caucus. And he accused them of being a pillar, frankly, for establishment, capitalist, imperialist American power. And he also said that, he said, quote, "It's a big problem for left politics in this country, and it gets us every single time. It really defangs the white left and puts us in impossible positions, really." And one of the things that I said on yesterday's show is that the reality is, you already described it. The district that you ran in is a deep, deep blue district. Not all districts that Democrats have won in the country are deep blue districts. And what I've said, the reality is, you're going to have different types of Democrats win, because if the thought process is a person who's running in a deep blue district presents the same agenda in every district, then you're likely going to be in a minority and never be in a position of power to control committees, to control the purse strings.
I don't know.
Well, but here's the deal. At the end of the day, like for instance, I said it. A Sanford bishop in Georgia, he's a Democrat. His district is not a deep blue district. As a matter of fact, that's one of the seats that Republicans in Georgia want to target with gerrymandering. And so, how does the party balance that when you literally have different types of Democrats being elected across the country in different districts? Some that are purple, some that lean red, some that are deep blue.
Look, Will Lawrence. I've met the young man. I actually endorsed him. I endorsed him before he made that unfortunate statement. He has since apologized, and I've accepted his apology. He called me to let me know what happened. And I appreciate the integrity of him reaching out to a Black progressive who endorsed him to set the record straight. And I think it's important to make a distinction. If someone is saying that an establishment class is complicit in the corporate duopoly that hurts our nation and what's left of our participatory democracy, and that transcends race, that is a valid point. If he said Black people were taking the charge of imperialism and militarism and hypercapitalism, that would be wrong, inaccurate, inappropriate. He didn't say that. But if we're just talking about the establishment, we have to come to terms with what that actually means. Institutionalists who believe that our institutions should not be overhauled and that they are inherently good. I don't believe that. So I would share that sentiment with him if that was his point.
So when they overhaul the system, what are they talking about? They're talking about defunding the police. Remember, Roland ain't even really speaking for us. He's speaking for another group under the guise of race. I believe so. Salute to you. That's crazy. Like, when they say things like this, like reform or reshape, are they talking about defunding the police? We saw that didn't work. Are they talking about getting rid of some of the military? They're talking about doing away with certain things in Congress. Like, this, it's not going to be America if these people get it over. This shit is over.
To your point, not all people can run the same platforms because of the demography of their districts. I don't think he was making a prescription for that. But the other reality is there's a way to run with progressive values in a wide array of districts, including rural communities. I mean, the folks who should embrace progressivism the most are rural communities. Absolutely. And the reality is, even conservatives, as long as they draw a Social Security check, they're embracing socialism, whether they know it or not, whether they like it or not. It's a fact. There would be no Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, public education.
Bro, people who get Social Security, they pay into that. That's their own money that you're paying back. You pay into the Social Security system. If you allow people to just come into the country and be a part of just getting money free, then that's crazy. How did he say that? How did he say some shit like that? You're giving away money to illegals that come across the border. People, I've been paying into Social Security since I first got a job, and my job has been amazing. You know, you telling me after I pay into this Social Security system and then I get old enough that I can't work, now there's nothing for me because you've been giving the money away to illegals and to everybody else? Like, he said, play it again, KB. Yeah, I said, what? He said, you believe in socialism if you get a Social Security check. No, I believe I paid into this goddamn system, and therefore I earned the right to get my Social Security check.
And the reality is, even conservatives, as long as they draw a Social Security check, they're embracing socialism, whether they know it or not, whether they like it or not. It's a fact. There would be no Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, public education, public housing, et cetera, without the socialist programs that were born of New Deal measures and afterwards.
So, because we don't believe in letting kids starve. We don't, okay. I'm one of the kids that believe that it was a recipient of welfare. Of course, America don't believe in just watching babies starve. That's not what America is going to do. So yes, there's going to be some level of people that get help that, yes, people want to do that. Well, nobody cares about helping a certain demographic of people, but it's about when you got able-bodied people taking advantage of a system. That's the problem. So no, certain things is okay, other shit is not. And he trying to conflate the two. No, sir, we're not going for that. People with Social Security, they paid into that system. I don't mind paying a portion of my money to some people that's on welfare that need it. I don't mind doing that. So all of the programs are not bad, but don't try to clump them all in together. No, sir.
So how? But here's the deal. How do you get them to see and understand that? Because the reality is, listen, and we've talked about it. These are the same folks who say, "Oh my God, y'all need to get rid of that damn Obamacare. Don't touch the Affordable Care Act." And you're like,
exactly.
You know, it's the same thing. And so what you're describing,
right?
What you're describing is what folks have said for years. Look, in 2004, Howard Dean said Republicans focus on God, gays, and guns. So how then do Democrats though speak to those voters when those are the very people who I always say vote against their own economic interests and they complain about the very thing they're receiving? You got Republicans in Mississippi and South Carolina who bitch about federal funding, and their states would not survive without federal funding.
Okay, so how many rural conservatives want an AI data center in their backyard? I'm guessing close to zero. Close to zero. But we have corporate Democrats who are supportive of that. You need to organize.
What? This is stupid. It's involuntary. How are we embracing socialism? I don't know. But hey, man, let them talk. Kobe Bryant film. He said it's involuntary. Listen, man, I guarantee you Kobe Bryant film. He got more degrees than you. He got more degrees than me. So we're just not educated. We bloviating. He not. He educated, okay? Don't question these educated people. Oh, shit. Now, I do agree with this point. Let's go back.
Want an AI data center in their backyard.
Republicans in Mississippi and South Carolina who bitch about federal funding, and their states would not survive without federal funding.
Okay, so how many rural conservatives want an AI data center in their backyard? I'm guessing close to zero. Close to zero. But we have corporate Democrats who are supportive of that.
Now, see, at least he's now starting to talk about real issues that affect the community. I'm tired of hearing this left, this right, this Trump, this MAGA. Let's talk about the things that is affecting you. Let's talk about the things that are affecting my neighbor. Why are we not acting like that? All of us are not complaining where we live about these damn data centers that's being built, taking up all the space, the land, fucking up all the traffic, the electricity, everything going up because of these data centers. Let's act like we don't know about that. Why can't we be more like-minded? If it's we the people, why are we so divided on left, right, up, down, who group, your group? Why are y'all not talking about the things that affect you in actually real life, though? I don't want no motherfucking data center by my house because I know what's going to happen. Property tax going up. All the shit is going up. Why would I want a data center there? You shouldn't want one there either. And that shouldn't have nothing to do with party. That shouldn't have nothing to do with color. That should have something to do with, hey, you don't want your shit to go up. I don't want mine to go up. So let's talk about it. Let's vote against this, right? Now you can stay over there after you vote. I'll stay over here. Just common sense. What the hell is going on with people? Why are people acting like this? I just don't get it. We don't talk about nothing that happens in real life. We just cry about it after it happens. I just don't get it. There's a lot of things that's going on in real life that people, they know they don't like. Like in Chicago, they took the money, gave it to the illegals. They said they wasn't going to touch people property taxes. Now they're raising property taxes on people's houses in Chicago so that they can foot the bill for their mistake. And instead of Chicagoans saying, wait a minute, this ain't got nothing to do with no Democrat. This ain't got nothing to do with no Republican. Let's drop this party line. This is affecting me and my family. No. You told me that you wasn't going to do this. Y'all took our money, and although we voted for this sanctuary city shit, y'all took our money, and now that you mismanaged it, we got to pay for it? Oh, no. How's this getting Trump? Y'all got me. So you got to go. Like, why are people's minds not working like that? I don't understand. Only thing they got to do every year is say, Trump is bad. Trump is bad. We black, we love you. Trump is bad. Put a black woman in front of you. Trump is bad. Like, I don't get it. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Did it change the data centers that's going up in your community? Did you somehow get the Indians and the Asians out your community selling your chicken T-shirts and their liquor? And did you somehow get the store so now you can get some of that 1.9 trillion? Did they give you a grant for the laundromat like they gave them? What did they do for you that got you so mentally fucked up in your head to where it's all about your skin color? And if a woman get in office and if we meet some milestone and some monument that we can somehow turn some music on and dance about. Yeah, because we like to dance. Did you get your stove back in your community though while you're dancing? Because I would dance with you. If we got a black Wall Street in every city, then we can dance. Because I can go. I really can dance. I'm a bad motherfucker. When my knee fixed, I can get low with it. But I don't see nothing to dance over. You talking about bloviate. They bloviate sex and race. Yeah, I done seen Meg Thee Stallion twerk already, and we just seen Cardi B twerk already, and that shit was just flappy. We done seen all that. What else? Bring out Michelle Obama, Cardi B, Cuban lady twerking, represent black women. I don't understand this shit. That's all we need. Trump is not a king. Trump is not. Hey, that was a passionate ass song. That song was so passionate. I hated Trump for a minute. I'm like, Trump is not a king. Trump is not a king. I was like, oh shit. He was harmonizing. I ain't gonna lie. That's all we need is a good song and a good beat. We don't give a damn. This shit's sad, man. Salute to you, Paul. But we ain't gonna discuss the real topic. We ain't gonna discuss nothing for real. Hey, what's up with these people breaking in these stores, tamming up shit, scamming? Now look, black kid got shot. Black kid got popped by the Asian guy for allegedly taking stuff out of a store, right? Turns out kid didn't take anything out the store. A couple weeks after that, we dropped the #1 song in the world that's talking about scamming and stealing. And then we go to schools where black kids are at, and we send black boys and black girls to dance. Scamming that nigga, spending that money. And they was just saying in the reports that we was stealing. And then we turn around and make a song, #1, about stealing. I don't know. I just don't get it. I know the Asian dude was wrong, but I just don't get the imagery. People are saying that we're breaking their stores stealing. We make a song go #1 about stealing. I think the imagery that they're painting, never mind. Never mind.
You need to organize with people closest to the pain as a central point. You can be on the same side on a particular issue like data center construction with leftists dealing with folks who are on the right based on how it impacts their lives in very discernible ways. You can do that work. It's not going to happen with the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party does not take a position on these things. But those of us who are to the left of our party do. And we're going to get a lot more support from folks who do not identify as progressives or even as Democrats, because we're talking about real issues that are almost always associated with the same problem in this nation. And that is corporate greed and the billionaire class. But if the Democratic Party is like, well, we want to be supported by the good billionaires, and the Republicans are like, all billionaires are good, then we lost, right? So this is really about the donor class. The Democratic Party listens to its donor class and not to its base. If it were intelligent, it would listen to Black women. It would listen to young people. It doesn't. That's why we lost in 2024. Women listens to its donor class and not to its base. If it were intelligent, it would listen to Black women. It would.
There's no Black men in the Democratic Party? Oh my goodness. God damn, boy. See, me as a man, like this is how I don't understand. Men used to be men. When men heard shit like that back in the day, men wouldn't argue. They'd say, we'll take our shit and we'll leave. When a man don't feel wanted, when we hear people bloviate like this and they only mention woman, but then they point out things like there's no Black men to protect women. Listen to how the freak you talk about Black men. You exclude us from every conversation. How would I not be an independent when I have a party that's always talking about a woman? Now, I don't know about you, sir, but when I get married, I'm going to be the head of my wife because that's what my Bible tells me to do. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I won't get one if I can't be that because I'm a man. And I'm sorry that you don't understand that, sir. And the fact that you keep wanting to put a woman above me is the problem. And I think that's why you guys lost. It ain't about all this other jibber jabber. You guys lost a lot of men. Real men do not go for you guys keep trying to put women ahead of us. I have all respect for women, no issues with that. But I have a lot of disdain for people who only talk about women because you know why? I birthed sons and I birthed daughters. And well, I didn't birth them, I created them. So I created boys and I created girls. And in today's society, I cannot go to my son and say, son, you can be anything you want to be today. I can only go to my son and say, son, if you was a girl or if you was in the LGBTQ community, you could be everything you could be, son. But right now you a man and you a Black man and really nobody likes you. Really, let's just be honest. If you can't run and jump and dunk a basketball, son, they don't like you. Because just listen to this man. Nobody says anything about men in the Democratic Party as if there's no men in the Democratic Party. That's not for me. That's crazy. We are too busy hating Trump, but don't see the real issue that affects us. Yeah, too busy hating Trump to see that you got a party that don't even like you, that want to destroy the nuclear family, that don't want nothing to do with a man. And I'm supposed to stand and shout for you? You got me fucked all the way up. No, sir. That dog won't hunt with me.
Listen to young people. It doesn't. That's why we lost in 2024. Unless we change that, they're going to keep messing up. And there's going to be anomalous folks like me who win, who have constituencies who want something vastly different. And there's an electorate to support people like me.
Question for the panel. Larry, you first.
Yeah, Representative Ratt, first of all, I want to note that you're representing my former district, so I acknowledge that. So
Okay.
we talk about, Philadelphia and its history of Black progressivism. It's like you're not the first among generations of individuals with similar views that represented a part of the city or all of the city. You talked about young people. And I want you to connect those two things in terms of, obviously, the history of Black progressives in Philadelphia and what you believe the next generation of young people in Philadelphia and other jurisdictions are hoping for and believe they can accomplish in the future.
Well, the next generation is already here, right? We're talking about folks for the first time in my political career, and I've been in office for 10 years. I serve in the largest full-time state legislature in the country. I represent a majority Black mixed income district in Northwest Philly, and largely older Black folk are overrepresented in the electorate. The number of young people across ethnicity that came out in this primary on May 19th, Malcolm X's birthday, was extraordinary.
He said, here's 10 for you bloviate about masculinity. Man, I'm just keeping it real. I mean, a man is supposed to hear this and walk away. Like, this is nonsense. A man that don't feel wanted, we leave. Simple as that. I'm out. This is the narrative for 2028. If Michelle Obama run, and if you Black and you don't vote for her, watch out. You won't be allowed at grandma's funeral. Hey, I'm not voting for nobody again just because they Black. KB, we Black out here. Stay on code. Nope. I put my money where my mouth is. See, I don't just bloviate and talk like these Negroes. See, I put my money where my mouth is, right? And so I voted for a guy before just because he was Black. And I didn't get nothing out of it. And I won't do it again. And nobody can make me nanny boo-boo. I already done it. Got nothing out of it. Tried, tested it. He got up there and said, I'm the president for all people. I'm not just the president for Black people. So I don't want to hear that shit no more. Don't tell me about your color then. I'm not listening to no more color talk, because once they get in office, this is what they tell you. I'm the congresswoman for all people. I'm the president for all people, for all my constituents. So why are you telling me about your color going in? Don't tell me that if the person that's running is Black, there's no significance in that. Why do they say that? So no, I put my money where my mouth was, got nothing for it. I was smiling like a motherfucker. Look at all you can see in that picture. My Black ass was just teeth. I'm with Obama. Got nothing out of it. So no. Won't get me like that again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me again. Well, you can't shame me twice. How George Bush said, you fooled me 3 times. Well, I guess I'd just be fooled. That J. Cole song be rocking. Let's keep it going.
Significantly increased voter turnout because young people saw themselves in a campaign that spoke truth to power and along with substantive policies. And so they showed up. In fact, there were young people not old enough to vote who showed up, who volunteered. So the next generation is now. We're talking about millennials. I'm Gen X. Millennials, we're talking about Gen Z, and we got younger folk who want to be engaged and are engaged, who are not waiting to vote. They are organizing in their respective communities. They see their own collective power, and that's what's going to take us to where we need to be. It's not going to be traditional politics based on, Washington, D.C. consultants and insiders and TV commercials and politicians endorsing other politicians. It's going to be on the streets. And that's what happened, certainly in my race. But we're seeing that nationwide. We're seeing people who weren't supposed to be viable who are killing it on election day. And it wasn't because they were independently wealthy or well poll tested or all of those things. It's because
the kid say, F it. This is for the spirit of bloviating. Yeah, they get mad at me for bloviating like this, boy. There's going to be more people after my channel today. Lord have mercy.
They organized and they brought to people a message that resonated with people in very substantive ways. And they listened to the pain of those folks closest to this struggle. That's nothing new, but the Democratic Party does not invest in campaigns or candidates like that. And when they see, listen, the Mondani effect is real. Young people, and not just young people, as a formerly young person, it inspired me all the way in Philadelphia. In every city, I'm in LA today, I've been in Denver, Detroit, Trenton, Harlem, etc. Everyone is feeling this momentum, and it's connected not with personality or party, it's connected with purpose and policy. People want to see universal basic income, a living wage for all, Medicare for all. They want this. And it was part of the CBC platform, like I said, 50 years ago. So this is just a resurgence of the same things that Black folks have been leading on for a very long time, not just in Philly, but across the nation. This is our legacy as Black folk. And the only reason I identify as a democratic socialist or progressive is because I'm Black. In my district on 7th and Lombard, my great-great-great-grandfather was a Black abolitionist who conspired against racial injustice 190 years ago. And I have literally the writings of him from back then, and he's saying the same things I'm saying. And that's both disheartening and inspiring at the same time.
Man, I swear. Hey, man, this shit is crazy. Listen to Roland and this other Democrat dummy is stupid. That's how he qualified himself, by talking about his great granddaddy. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe we shouldn't be trying to do this stuff. And maybe your great grandfather, he looked maybe a little white, given your hue and your complexion. So I'm not understanding what's going on here. But I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to get flagged.
Yolanda.
You know, Rep, thank you for doing what you do. And so my question is along these lines. I spoke at the Texas Democratic Convention a couple of weeks ago, and for the most part, I said the road to blue goes through black. And I am literally having a town hall on this Tuesday talking about that, where the entire purpose of the town hall is for Black folks and nobody else, so I'm unapologetically Black, to come and tell the Democratic Party their complaints and what they need to do in order to inspire Black people to get out and vote.
If you wanted blue to come through black, you wouldn't have voted for sanctuary cities. Blue doesn't come through black no more. They got blue gonna come through them Somalis. Blue gonna come through them illegal immigrants that didn't get put out yet. Blue gonna come through everybody else but you. We're only 13% of the population, maybe even 12, because we got this culture of drilling and unaliving each other that we can't grow families. We can't build our numbers anymore because we're playing Hunger Games in the streets. And you guys are okay with it. You don't talk about it. You don't mention it. You just talk about white people unalive, white people too. But not at the rate we do. Not when we got kids 18, 19, 25 being mowed down. I'm talking about kids that are successful, that are making money, but they're just rapping about a deaf culture, not about enjoying their stuff, not about enjoying life. They're so broken down mentally that they're on pills, lean, codeine. They ain't in the hospital doing the codeine. They out here in the world drinking codeine. A young man just passed away, 41, 42 years old from complications from drinking that stuff. So we got a culture issue. But you talking about blue go through black? Blue don't go through black. It's going to be them Somalians. It's going to be them. Well, they don't even got the Hispanics like they think they got, because Hispanics want to work and they want to keep their money. So they don't need you to keep giving them that. They don't need you to keep giving them that. So I don't think blue go through black like people think they do. And if they really wanted blue to go through black, they wouldn't have voted for sanctuary cities.
Vote, because the person that's running for Senate here the Republican is evil. And what I've been trying to tell white people is that we don't care that he's evil, because whether Democrats are in power or Republicans in power, Black people always get the short end of the stick. So telling us that the other guy's worse doesn't work. And the town halls and Zooms that have been going on, literally.
You don't get the short end of the stick. They don't even give you a stick. They don't give you a stick. They give you a, never mind, get the fuck on. They only talk to you. It's like a pimp that only come back and see the girl when he needs some money. Oh, baby, I do like you, baby. Come on. I know it's every 4 years I see you, baby, but I love you. Oh, you love me, Big Daddy? Yes, I love you, Big Daddy. Okay, here you go, Big Daddy. Then he look at you, haul ass again. And then in about 3.5 years, 2.5 years, hey, Big Mama, how you doing, you cute thing? No, leave me alone. And Big Daddy just break her down again. Come on, baby, you know, don't be like that. Every year it's the same goddamn shit. You don't get nothing for, you don't even get a stick. What they gonna give you a stick for? They ain't even gonna waste time giving you no stick when all they gotta do is give you symbolism. They gotta give you something that's imaginary and not even there. They might give you a statue though. But we get pimp. Well, you get pimp. Salute to you, OG. Yeah, but that's all it is. It's just sad. Every year. They don't give you no stick. They don't give you nothing. You don't even ask for nothing. So why would they give you something? You don't ask, and you ain't even worth a stick. They ain't gonna give you a dang thing. They don't even talk to you. When you go up there at the town hall meeting, complain, look how Brandon Johnson be looking at them people like. He act like they ain't even elected. He be looking like, okay, yeah, time is up. Okay, don't be loud. Don't be loud. Okay, get him out of here. Cut his mic. Get him up out of here. He don't even answer no questions. You vote these people in, and they look down at you and talk down at you and act like you ain't shit, and you still vote for them. So no, I won't be a part of the psycho crew. Why don't they just go live? Why don't they just go live in a socialist country? Man, they're not gonna do that. They fight us. They've been crying for so long. To laugh out loud. We are a capitalist. We are capitalist. No, don't bloviate too loud now. They ain't giving you nothing.
Have basically been rah-rah sessions about why black people should be as inspired by our nominees like they were by Jasmine Crockett and vote, and what are you going to do? And so what I'm asking you is, when you were campaigning, did you hold lecturing town halls or did you hold listening town halls? And can you explain to people why one is better than the other?
Thank you for that question. I love that. This was a unique election cycle for us in Philly because it was the first time in 35 years where there was an open seat, meaning there was no incumbent on the ballot. Our current Congressman Dwight Evans is retiring at the end of this term. So 35 years where there's, since not having an incumbent on the ballot. Also, there are like 13 people running for this seat and it got dwindled down to 4. So what happened was there was a level of excitement and engagement that is very rare because of this new kind of playing field. And so everybody wanted to hold a candidate forum. So less so town halls, more so candidate forums. So we were, as candidates, we did not have a say in terms of the format or the content of those forums. But I can say, as a longtime state representative, I don't have town halls. I have interactive workshops, community workshops, where they're not being talked at, they're being listened to. We are organizing, we're bringing people together and working things out together. So that is my track record. That's what I believe, precisely because of the subtext of your question, which is people don't need to be lectured. People need to feel heard and respected and seen. And we in elective office have to understand and value the collective wisdom of those folks closest to the pain. We have a lot to learn. And ultimately, public servants are held to account by the people. And politicians just serve themselves and will listen to themselves endlessly. And those type of town halls have no value. And I do not like to participate in them or make them under my name for certain. But the other piece I want to mention too is that town halls are about where folks come to you, to a setting that you create. The real magic is when you go to them. When people see you showing up in places they don't expect a candidate or an elected to show up. So, I mean, I've hit the clubs. I've gone to, you name it, I've gone everywhere. And to, different podcasters that got me into trouble. Reaching people where they are, that really matters. And doing it with authenticity and care.
Now, let's be clear. The podcast didn't get you in trouble. You did. We try to put that on the podcast. All right, Greg Carr.
Thank you, Roland. Thank you, Roland. And Representative Rab, it's a real pleasure, brother, to finally be able to talk with you. We've talked about you so much as an adopted Philadelphian living there for almost 20 years. I was down there. I was one of those thousands down there at Market Street with brother. That's right, brother Michael and Michael Ford. Exactly. And we know not only the city controls right across the street, so they ain't taking that on the Judge Market down. And I worked for Charles Blockson, so I know that the design, they can take down as many panels as they want, but that stone with the names of our ancestors there and that Sankofa Pavilion right behind the Liberty Bell, that's a whole lot harder to take a jackhammer to, brother. So it was well designed. So the big victory. I want to ask you, speaking of podcasts, this is Roland. I was reading a transcript of an interview you gave, a conversation you had with Katie Halper.
He said the mayor in Chicago gives a flying care for the blacks in Chicago, and he's black. I don't think he's the type of black that you think he is, but yeah, I understand what you're saying, and that's why they voted him in. But I don't think we should do that type of stuff no more. I think it's stupid. I don't think it gets you anywhere. Identity politics hasn't proven to get you anywhere, but we still do it.
And you said, who can better understand the plight of Palestinians and African Americans? And pursuant to that, I know you saw the vote that you'll soon be joining in the federal legislature, the votes, the amendment to cut off funding to Israel that failed, but more Democrats voted for it than against it. And for me, I'm sure as for you and probably a lot of other people, an uncomfortable number of members of the Congressional Black Caucus voted no. And so I'm wondering, kind of following up with what Roland was asking, given we live in a duopoly in this two-party system and the Democratic, Socialist, the Progressive, so many others see the parties the way we should see them, as delivery systems to get in there and maybe, as Ned Sarsour said, put our best opponents in office. How does this strategy you've articulated of going to those who are harmed the most, how do you think that can play out in terms of Mississippi and Alabama and Louisiana and pulling together coalitions like you've done in New York, like you've done in Pennsylvania? And will that finally add to maybe some tensions behind someone like a Cori Bush who's going to run for re-election and a Wesley Bell who lined up and voted, as far as I'm concerned, the wrong way on this Palestine issue? Are we going to have some friction within the Black Caucus as we try to work these things out?
We will have some friction, but that's not inherently bad if we're doing it in good faith. Now, I know some folks who are like, oh, well, the CBC, they're all bought and sold and they're this and they're that. And I don't play that. Some of these critics are super analytical when it comes to structures and policies and systems for everything else. But when it comes to Black people, it's all cut and dried. We're two-dimensional. And I find that deeply troubling. The reality is the CBC and Congress is reflective of an extended moment in time where our Congress and electoral system is corrupted by corporate money, particularly since Citizens United in 2010. And if you are a working class Black person, you're hardworking, you're smart, you seek to serve, you win in your majority Black district, which is poorer than the average district. How are you raising money? Particularly if you're like me and you don't accept corporate PAC money, which I don't take a dime of and I never will. How are you supposed to raise money? Well, if the folks are willing to cut you a check, keep showing up. It's hard to say no if you've never practiced saying no, but that's structural. If we have public financing of elections, we're going to see a sea change in ideology, not just in the CBC, but in Congress generally. These are structural issues. This is not about the immorality or short-sightedness of Black elected officials. That's a racist construct I do not support. Anyway.
It don't matter where you take the money from. Anybody who takes some money can be swayed by that money. It don't have to, but anybody who take money from a super PAC, from a local PAC, from anybody, you can be swayed by that money. That's just a fact. Doesn't mean you have to, but if you're paying my bills and then you say something left that I don't agree with, but I haven't figured out a way to pay my own bills, the likelihood of me saying something against you is going to be slim to none. And I think that's where we have a lot going on. Most people just want to pay their bills. So they don't give a damn. It ain't no revolutionary. All this revolutionary talk, it'd be hilarious to me. Because then when you have private conversations with people, they be like, don't say that. Man, don't talk about that. Oh, hell no. Man, that's going to mess up the money. So the revolutionary talk be hilarious to me. That's the only thing I'm not really a revolutionary. I'm just saying you should be fighting to get stores back in your community. That's just smart. You should be fighting to sell the tobacco, sell the T-shirts, sell the food to your own community. I think every other community fights for that right to sell food, groceries, alcohol to their own people. And I think that's where we're fooled at. We're getting so caught up into the politics. We're getting so caught up into left, right. Girl, I'm a girl. I'm a guy. I'm a feminist. I'm an alpha. I'm a sigma. All that shit don't matter. When you're in your community, who's serving you in your community? It's simple. The Asians got their shit on lock. The Hispanics getting their shit on lock. The Irish got their shit on lock. Italians been had their stuff on lock. It's just us. We're the only ones who want to do this overarching save the world. But when you go around our community, we arguing over street corners and shooting up the place over street corners that we don't own a goddamn thing on. We don't own the grocery store. And then as soon as Nipsey Hussle come along, God rest his soul, trying to teach people how to build, how to own in the community, what happened to him? It's a shame. That's the thing that we got to get back to. Fuck all this overarching left, right. You like Trump, you like this. No, I don't like the fact that I can't go into a store. I can't send my Black child to a store. Because if I knew the brother that was at the store, maybe if I played Little League baseball with the guy that owned the store, or maybe if I played basketball with the brother that owned the store, and he find out my son went in there and made a bad mistake and stole from him, maybe he wouldn't chase him down. Maybe he wouldn't run after him for a water. Maybe he'll just call me and say, hey, man, your little boy was in here being a little managed. He fucked up. He stole out the store. I'm going to need you to handle that, and I'm going to need you to bring me $1 or $2.19 for my damn water. Okay, I got you, big dog. And then I can tear his little behind up, and then he don't go to jail. He don't go get shot. None of these things happen because if the community had people in the community owning the stores, owning the laundromats, owning the nail shops, then guess how they will treat your kids when they make a mistake. Now, if you're the type of parent that got a fucked up little child and then you got a messed up attitude, then the owner of the store get down how they get down. But when I made a mistake as a child, I was stealing from a black man. I was stealing from a black lady. And guess what that black lady did? She called my mama. She didn't call the police. I didn't get into a system. White people do that for each other all the time. How can y'all want to talk about LeBron nepotism, but you don't want to do nepotism in your own hood? You just want to keep clapping for somebody else that you think represents you. LeBron don't represent you. I don't represent you. You represent you. Your last name is your name. Your family lineage is your lineage. How are you representing them? And if you don't understand that that's the thing that we got to get back to, you keep talking all this big dumb shit when you can't even walk into a store. We talking about we don't feel safe. Damn right you shouldn't feel safe. You don't let everybody move around you. How can you feel safe? Shout out to Furious Styles, aka Mr. Fishburne. Hey man, that's crazy, man. Hey man, this nigga done messed my blow V8. Hey, messed me up blow V8, man. Let me drink some water. You done messed me up blow V8. That's why I ain't getting in line with you to march and do all this shit. I ain't getting it. We shall overcome. I'm not doing a LeBron James knee for no photo. I ain't doing that shit. Because when I was a child and I was growing up, every child is going to make mistakes. But if you had a community, guess what? The community hug you and insulate you from those mistakes. When you had that black man owning that liquor store and kids like beer, when you get to a certain age, 16, 15, you might run in that bitch and steal a beer and go out. That man don't chase you out and blast you over no beer. Guess what he do? Boy, I went to school with your damn mama. Hey, George, your son came in my damn store and stole. I'm going to put it on your tab, but I'm not going to call the law. But as long as you take care of that, mama come fuck your ass. Boy, you was in there. You ain't got to deal with the police because you got a community. We don't got communities no more. That's why every mistake your child make, he got to deal with the law. He got to deal with that Asian man. He got to deal with that white man. He got to deal with everybody but a black man or a black woman. That's when you know you failed your community. You can't blame that on no politician. You can't blame that on nobody. And if it is the politician's fault, why the fuck did you put him in office? You want to fight for something, fight for your community back. Fight for your commerce, fight for your stores. Fight for the ability to be able to police your own children. You just walking around neighborhoods that everybody else owns, but you got the bravado and the attitude to just yell about owning it. No, don't yell about owning it, actually own it. It's over, KB. We'll never have community. Lions Den crazy. When I grew up, we had black-owned liquor stores. Now it's a different race than black. When I grew up, the liquor store that we used to walk to on the corner, it was a black man owned that liquor store. My auntie cooked us fish, shrimp, chicken. She owned the corner store. So when I went up there and I was hungry and I had me $2-3, I had me $4-5, I ain't have to go spend it with nobody else. I can go spend that money with my auntie. And then I can go to my auntie house and the same money I spent with her, she might give me a free plate that night to eat. So it kept it all in the family. So we don't have that no more. We got too many real bees that's out there in them cars with them dudes. And we got too many real dudes that's in them sales because they trigger try cheating their own people. We ain't got no community no more. No, nobody want to make it. Shit sad, really, but they want to talk all this big talk. But until we get our communities back, we don't got nothing.
Everyone deserves critique for their votes and for their choices as a candidate, as an incumbent.
And I don't want to hear nobody try to tell me nothing because I walk it like I talk it. I put a restaurant in the middle of the hood in Savannah. In the middle of the hood. I know where the money at. The money is in the hood. We spend the most money, but now we so fucked up in the mind. When I went to the hood, they said he already got money. They went and spent their money with the Chinese people. They went and bought chicken from the Chinese people in Savannah, Georgia. They were telling the little young cat that I had my little lookout. You know, I ain't stupid. I had my little lookout. I'll make sure he was cool, talk to a probation officer, put a little money in his pocket for really just sweeping up the front of the floor. And he would tell me things. And he'd say, big bro, your food good as shit. They rock with you, but they was like, shit, you already got money. They ain't finna give you no more money. I said, oh, yeah? I said, damn. I said, all right, then. Ain't nothing you can do about that. So I went over to Savannah High School and got a little thing with Savannah High School where you can sell chicken to the football team. And then you started going out, reaching out to the businesses. But mentally, the sad reality of the situation is mentally, we're not even ready to see rich black men in the hood. We're not. Because I walk it like I talk it. You can go to the restaurant, a Sonny's Cafe that I used to own is by Savannah High School. So I don't just talk the shit that I'm saying. I actually do it. And I actually know. And so when I come up here and speak, I don't speak just about shit I don't know about. I speak about things I've experienced. You know, they can talk this whole, we want this Black Wall Street, but the people that you're going to be around, are they sick? Are they mentally ready to be around affluent black people, see them thrive, spend their money with them, and let me spend the money back where I know how to spend it to increase the neighborhood, the value? And is that what they want? Because the dudes that were saying that, they was in the streets. So is that what they want? So I don't know. It's a catch-22. Because when you have the hood mentality supersede being black, that's the sad reality of the situation. Everybody was happy for Nip, but they were still secretly jealous of Nip because they're not used to seeing that. They're not used to seeing a wreck, strong black anything, because most of these kids, mama been telling them how bad a man is. They passing down generational trauma. That's why I'm glad my mama kept her mouth closed. She didn't talk bad about my daddy. As bad as I found out that my daddy was, I dealt with that when I was a grown adult. I'm a man. I can, oh shit, that's his problem. But if I would have heard all these stories as a child, what the fuck would I have to look up to? So I thank God my mom didn't just do that angry shit that most women do. Your daddy ain't shit, boy. Your daddy is the problem. That's why we ain't got nothing. Your daddy left you. Your daddy. My mama took the approach where I'm here. So fuck talking about your daddy. I'm here. Learn behavior. Come here, let me show you this, boy. Come here, let me show you how to sweep this floor. And if a lot of you women take that approach, instead of crying about who ain't there, that kid can learn something from you. So thank God my mama didn't waste time me standing there and just listening to a lecture about how sorry my daddy was, because that ain't gonna help me. My mama showed me how to make everything she knew how to make. My mama taught me how to do certain things. She sent me around men. No, go play football, boy. Go over here. You going to this camp. You going to FCA camp. You need to be around these type of men. You need to go over here, because that makes you well-rounded. She didn't just say, I'm every woman. Some of you ladies got egos that, goddamn, it's through the roof. Bigger than God, boy. I'm every woman. Tone that shit down. No, you're not. I got roasted for being old. I bring wisdom of real life experience. Salute to you. Yes, you do. We demand justice for black lives, yet kill our own. Hey, makes sense. As long as we do it, it's real. What you mean, bro? You know that. As long as we do it, it's real. You know that. Hey, if I ever miss and twist up the wrong sign, just know I'm trying to do this. I don't want to make the fuck around and put the wrong sign up. Hopefully ain't none of y'all gang signs like this, because if y'all start doing this look like some weird shit. But if y'all gang members start doing this now, then that something ain't right. But hey, just give me a pad. You know what I'm saying? It's real when we do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's real when we do it. Put a dance to unaliving you, nigga. What's wrong with you? Know what time it is? Keep a gangster, dog. Oh, you ain't know?
my choices, but we also have to look at those systems. And ultimately, that's what we do, whether you identify as a democratic socialist or progressive, and you're not trying to get on this liberal bandwagon of just playing around the edges. We need structural changes. If we had public financing of elections, we would not be having this conversation because people would be more ideologically compatible with their constituencies than with the donor class, because the donor class would actually look like the working class, as it should.
Thank you. All right, then. Representative Chris Rabb, we certainly appreciate you joining us right here on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Thanks a bunch.
My pleasure.
All right, folks, let me tell you about Chapter.
That's another one out the way. Now, hold on, man. We got Iran. I think Iran done effed up. You know what I mean? I think Iran really effed up because I don't know why. But here's what I'm thinking. And I know people might say I'm wrong for this, but I don't think you can play with a suicide bomber. Like, these people believe that they're going to be unalived and get to a better place where their people take over. That's what they believe. So how are you going to negotiate with somebody that's willing, proud, and ready to be unalive? How do you negotiate with that? I'm sitting there. Look here, man. If you don't tell me what I want, I'm going to unalive you. So what? I can't wait to go. I'm going to get versions. I'm going to get the, please do. You'd be like, what the? How do you beef with that? I'll be sitting there. So you ain't afraid. I'm finna do it right now. Go ahead. Right now. Do it. Do it. Like, I'll be sitting there like, this nigga he ain't shake. He ain't do nothing. I was expecting you to beg, sir. I'm getting the hell up out of here. Hey, look here. I had a gun to his head. Boy, I say, I'm gonna do this shit. Man, do it. He opened his eyes. Do it. I'd be like, hey, man, shit. I was expecting you to cry. I'd have just left. Let me say, I'm jumping out the window. I'd have just left, man. I was expecting you to cry, bro. I was expecting you to be scared. Let me hit you with it, make you cry a little bit. You sit here talking about just get to it. No, I don't want to mess with you no more, bro. He talking about why you don't off of laugh out loud. You torture them, KB. Man, them people don't care. Man, them people crazy. Some of them, they don't care, man. But we can't torture nobody. We got rules and regulations. I think we're dealing with people like that. The way you catch a snake is that you got to be worse than a snake. You got to be a fucking mongoose. You got to be willing to do what a snake will do and eat a snake. You can't be somebody talking about, oh no, we're not gonna do it. You got to unleash. I believe if they unleash Trump, this war will be over tonight. Trump will Trump will hit that button and just take Iran off the map. If this is supposed to be the best military in the world, what are we waiting on? Let's just hit them where it hurt and get it over with. Man, listen here. You couldn't hand me the most powerful military in the world, and somebody trying to control the oil. Because we talking about oil prices right now. Let's just have anybody thought about what would happen if Trump is not fighting with Iran over the Strait. And let's just say he just let Iran get nuclear power and now they control the Strait. How much do you think the gas prices would be then? If Iran can point a nuclear weapon at everybody that's coming through the Strait and say, you're going to pay this or you're not coming through the Strait, how much do you think the oil prices would be over here in the United States? Can anybody tell me? I bet you it'd be a lot more than $5. I think it'll be about $50 a gallon. Because Iranians don't play. If they get a military weapon, if they get a nuclear weapon, all hell gonna break loose. They'll use it. They will definitely use it. So I just don't understand. It would be worse if Trump is not doing what he's doing.
Iran that every United States soldier death will be avenged as he weighs the next steps following a 10th consecutive night of strikes against Iran military sites.
And here chronicling it all and getting inside is Trey Yinks. He is over in Tel Aviv. Trey.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. Another night of heavy U.S. strikes.
You said, no, KB, you wrong. Then every other president that ever went in the White House was wrong then. Because they all talked about not letting Iran get nuclear power. I believe if Iran got nuclear power, they won't even give us no fucking oil. Boy, look at here. Gas prices would be through the roof if Iran had control over the strait, which they would if they get nuclear power. It won't be with how those people act. It wouldn't be near some bitch able to go through the strait if them people get nuclear power. Trust me.
Against Iran. This was the 10th consecutive night aimed at degrading Iran's ability to threaten the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. Central Command posted overnight about those strikes.
Would you like the link so you could tell me? So you're thinking that gas prices would go down if Iran controlled the strait? You worried about what ifs? So, okay. So can you guys come up here and defend your position on how the gas prices would go down if Iran controlled the strait? They didn't have nuclear power. Y'all forgetting that part. Iran controlled the strait with nuclear power. That is the key component that I'm talking about. Iran didn't really control the strait, because if they did anything out of what we didn't like, we'd be doing this a long time ago. But if Iran had nuclear capabilities, that is key. Nuclear capabilities with all the oil in the world, do you think that they're going to just let you? Come on now. Come on now. They were close to having nuclear power. That's what all of this is about. They were close to having nuclear power, nuclear rise. So if you think that they were going, and Odom speaks, I respect your opinion, but they had control over the strait, but they never had nuclear power capabilities. I'm talking about after they have nuclear capabilities, you think Iranian people are going to say, yeah, it's cool. Come on through. Bring your oil. Yeah, let's lower the prices. I don't think so. I think Israel will be wiped off the map. I think they would take out Israel first. They would send that nuke faster than you can say Hachu, which would directly put us in conflict, put them in conflict with America anyway. So it would be a day before America and Iran is fighting anyway if they get nuclear power, because they would send a nuke over to Israel. And for whatever reason, there's not one president that get into the White House that's not going to protect Israel. I don't care what you say. I don't care who it is. You could put your brother in the White House, the one you lay with every night, and I guarantee your brother gonna protect Israel with everything. Every soldier in the United States, he gonna protect Israel with. Bet you that. And it don't matter what president it is. This isn't the first rodeo for Iran. Back in the 80s, the U.S. teamed with Iraq. Salute. Iran doesn't need to unalive anyone. They have to destination plans in Israel without water. It's over. He's talking about the United States of Israel. I'm just saying, I don't understand what people don't get about this. United States and Israel, whatever it is, we gonna protect Israel. The Israel people come fly over here and basically say, do this, do this, do this, and they fly back with a bag of money. So Iran can't stand Israel. So if they get nuclear weapons, they're gonna be in direct conflict with the United States in the morning. So I don't understand. Because they're gonna send that motherfucker at Israel. I like the new house stay there because hey, Rachel, what's up? Salute. Y'all crazy. But I'm saying this is a frozen conflict simmering over 47 years. So y'all don't think if Iran had capabilities, they're gonna directly shoot one at Israel, and then they're gonna mess with the strait. And as soon as they shoot that, or as soon as they even attempt to shoot it at Israel, they're going to jail. See, now nobody would have hit the link. See about so the problem is our government being controlled by Israel. I didn't say that. I knew what you meant, bro. I didn't say that. I didn't say they were being controlled. All I said was, and y'all can fact check me on this. Y'all can fact check me on this. I don't care what nobody say. The United States of America is going to protect Israel from whoever. Now, I don't know why, and somebody can come up here and tell me why, but the United States of America, if you go over there for fucking with Israel, then it seemed like you fucking with the United States. Now, somebody can tell me different, but that's just what it seemed like to me. Every president I've ever seen in office go over there and kiss that wall. Yeah, I seen it. So I don't know what y'all seen. So Iran don't like Israel. So Israel will be a problem. They're not going to get a nuclear weapon.
And their operations in the region, saying since early May, CENTCOM forces have helped facilitate the transit of approximately 900 commercial vessels and 450 million barrels of crude oil. They went on to say American forces remain postured and prepared to hold Iran.
What's going on, Nate? Oh, my joint just switched. I don't know how that
what's up, Kwame?
What's up? Hold on. Wait a minute. Why it look like that? What happened to the news? All right, so it's me and you. There we go. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on what you were saying. The United States always been allies with Israel.
Uh-huh.
So, they're going to protect Israel. And see, the United States always been going at Iran for the longest. Because like I said, they joined Iraq to fight Iran.
Mm-hmm.
So Iran and the United States, I mean, not Iran, but Israel and the United States always been allies. And you're going to expect them to protect them.
Tell me why does the United States protect Israel so much? Because I don't know.
That's a good question. But ever since I've been alive, they always protected Israel.
Because I think that's what this is more about than anything. It's about oil. It's about the Strait. But they know that if Iran become a nuclear power, it's goodbye Israel.
True. Because Israel always been going there with Iran. They always had conflicts with Iran. So that's nothing new. It just came to the forefront now.
They say easy to jobs. The what job? Yeah, somebody got to explain this. Why are we so protective of Israel? Did anybody know?
What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's up, bro?
Yeah, I think I got the answer, man.
All right, I'm going on mute.
One of the answers, at least. Somebody can help me out in the chat. But I think mainly it's because, where Israel's located geopolitically in the world, in the Middle East, it's a strategic point in the world. So, and also I think that a lot of the campaign contributions that go to our politicians are coming from Israel lobbyists. So it's basically a money game, right? A money, power, influence over the land and things like that. And I agree with you though when you say they use it on Israel right away, the nuclear weapons. Iran hate their guts. So
Hey,
they're gonna use that shit right away.
it's ready to go. Okay, get it ready to lunch. Get it ready to lunch. They gonna use that shit on Israel the first fucking hour. And I think that's why he said, KB, what people don't understand is we protect Kuwait, Qatar, and Dubai too. Why do we protect them? Like, what is the benefit of us protecting those places? I understand you said it's geographic or money. They pay us? I thought we pay them.
To protect we protect oil, just like if you look at the situation with Gaddafi and he tried to cut us out. They pay us to protect they pretty much their assets, right? So like the moment these countries stop paying us for protection, it's fuck all the way.
And they meet SEAL Team 6 or the CIA. I don't know. I don't know nothing, people. I don't know shit.
Well, we like John Shaft. When other countries have problems, they call on us. We like to protect us.
Odom
Well,
Speaks said, Odom Speaks, come up here and enlighten us, man. We because this ain't a panel that we gonna argue. I don't know what the hell going on with Israel. Don't want to know. I'm just asking a question.
We just bloviating. That's all. We just bloviate.
Yeah, we just bloviating. We don't know Jack Judy over here, boy.
But like Kobe said, it's all about money. It's all about money.
Why we need their money?
We are them.
Oil brings money. Oil brings money.
Hey, look, we are them. So basically, if you look at the back, I want you guys to look up the background of the president of Israel, the leader of Israel. We are them, man. There ain't no difference. These guys have ties to the CIA, things like that. If you really look deep into it, there's no difference. Iran knows that too.
Hey, Mel Dub, what you got on it, man? Come up here and bloviate, man. I know you got something.
Man, I'm gonna bloviate. But listen, you know I disagree with you on this though. But I love the fact that we can have respectful disagreement. Shit.
Did his mic go out?
Know me?
Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
All right. So here's where I am as somebody who voted for Trump 3 times. I also voted for Andrew Gillum down in Florida. Don't hold that against me.
Oh man,
Because he
I'm
was
trying
black.
to get back to the cookout, man. I got to drop. If you voted for Trump, I got to drop you. I'm trying to get my auntie's chicken, bro.
Well, look, this might help you. But anyways, man, listen. So one of the things I have a problem with Donald Trump, and this is somebody who voted for him, is in real time, I see what he's done. And then it's like we pretend that he either didn't say it or didn't do it. Like for some of us who voted for him. So I'm gonna give you an example why I'm critical about the war in Iran. You're talking about them getting nuclear capabilities. I watched the president in real time 8 months ago or 10 months ago go on national television, brag about destroying all of their nuclear capability with bunker busters. So unless the Iranian people are like little ants that just rebuild real quick, the president went on national television 10 months prior to us going, 6 months prior to us going to Iran, and we destroyed this same said nuclear capability, and he was mad because CNN and other places didn't report that it was destroyed 100% of capability. I am holding him accountable. The man promised that gas prices would be low, and gas prices have been high for 5 straight months, over $3.
Yep.
So when I look at it, it's not like it ain't a situation of, oh well, Trump didn't do what I like, so I'm gonna become a detractor of Trump. No, it ain't that, because the other option is worse. But I look at it as a situation of, no, he didn't do what he said he was gonna do. And so that's why I'm calling it out, because 9 out of 10, most people 6 months ago didn't even know what the Strait of Hormuz was. But now we're saying this is going to decide the fate of gas prices. So that's where I disagree with you on the KB.
Well, there's no disagreement. I think Trump lied. I don't think he bust all the bunkers. I just
100%.
there's no disagreement with that. I'm saying that I think I want to know, why do we protect Israel so much? Because I think that's part of the reason why we're still at war, because they're still shooting missiles at Israel, and they were shooting at boats that was going through the Strait of Hormuz. So we had to intervene.
Look at the people around him. Like Trump's always been pro-Israel, right? Like even like in his first term, it's just got worse because they needed a reason to go. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I got no facts. They needed a reason to go in there. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
think it got a lot to do with Israel, and I'm trying to figure out why. Why do we protect Israel so much?
But
We
see,
always been allies of Israel.
But see,
But why
KB,
though?
But see, KB, that's the other point where I think a lot of conservatives, because like I said, who are starting to really have an issue with Trump's policy and foreign policy, it's because it looks like it's one of the same. Trump is supposed to be this maverick. He's supposed to go against the grain. He's supposed to be different. He's supposed to not congratulate his opponents and shake their hands and kiss the babies. He's not supposed to be some fake like Obama has always been. He's supposed to be this real dude. But then when it comes down to it, he's doing the exact same policy for a foreign nation who has a conflict with another foreign nation. One of the reasons I voted for him in 2024 was because he opposed the war in Ukraine, us involving and financially funding that war. But here we are in 2026. It looks like we're doing the exact same thing under his leadership. So I'm gonna drop, bro. But salute to you, man. Salute to everybody in the panel.
Salute,
But
salute.
KB, this is a great conversation and great topic, man. Salute, bro.
Salute. All right, bro.
Salute, man.
What's up, O Speaks? O Speaks, is your mic ready? Damn, O Speaks mic messed up. Mario, what's up, bro?
What's good, man?
What's good? You
Can
got
you
the
hear me?
floor? Yes, sir.
Okay, so the reason why we're tied to Israel, Israel has basically, and am I free to say what I'm about to say? Because I don't want to get you, I know your channel under attack and all that. But
Say it in a way. Say it in a way where we can read between the lines.
okay,
All right.
basically, if you look at everything, Hollywood, entertainment, the everything you see, and including the government, the news, the media, they're at the heads of everything in the United States. They have completely infiltrated our country. There's nothing that we can do without their blessing, or you will be deplatformed. They debanking people overseas, and they trying to do that here. You got the flock cameras, you got all of the Palantir, all of this is tied together, and all of this is ran by Israel. So basically, we can't do anything. Our politicians, the way it's currently constructed, we can't do anything without stepping on Israel's toes.
I'm glad I know
Can
that
you?
because know is to move the right way. So I'm glad I know shit. He said it's deep. He said it's a lot deeper. God chose Israel to be the chosen land. So I believe it's biblical. What do y'all think about that?
Oh shit. Yeah, but well, I don't want to get your channel flagged.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah, I can go deep too. I can go deep too.
I don't want to get your
If you want to
that's
get
on
into
the
that,
Patreon. You know what? I'm gonna take this conversation on the Patreon later on. And I know some Hebrew Israelite guys. I might even call Freeze and have him
yeah,
come
that's
up.
what.
Yeah, because that's a different subject right there.
Because it's
Yeah.
deep. We gotta get into
Right, because
some
that ain't
genealogy
them
and all that.
people. That is not them people.
Okay.
Nah.
Because I see what y'all getting into. They don't got them this down
Nah,
big.
we don't want to go there.
Not here. We could go there, but not here.
Right.
So is that why the people get in trouble when they say they pro Palestine, or is that something different?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now I done seen that. I done seen people say they pro Palestine and they got in trouble like a motherfucker.
Oh, they'll take your whole career.
No more. Let me drop the link again because I don't see him. But yeah, you say what now, bro?
I say they'll take your whole career if you you be too outspoken on the Palestine issue and things of that nature, man, you won't have a career. And you know, being in the entertainment industry, being in the NBA, they will blackball you. They'll move you out the way.
Man,
Look
if
what
they
they
was
did
trying
to
to get
Kyrie.
Kyrie out the
Kyrie
way in
Irving style.
years,
Oh
this
yeah.
shit, I was a goddamn bust. This man was an all-star.
And he was just going over a book that he read.
Man, don't even say that, man. That man done apologized already. He was wrong. Shit, he said he was wrong, so I'm gonna say he was wrong. The man apologized.
Well, he had to do that, KB. He had to do that.
No, we don't know that. We gotta say it how we saw it. He apologized. But we're gonna talk about Patreon.
Yeah.
But we talk about our president, make it make sense. Damn. State within the state. So we still control. Ain't this a bitch?
All the time. Until see, the thing is with these intelligence agencies, in my opinion, they run everything. It ain't even, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even the decision from the presidents or whatever. It's from these different intelligence agencies around the world that work together, all in one.
Man, you need to stop preaching.
He said they are the shadow government. They speak of, aka the small hats. Ask Kanye. No, I don't want to ask Kanye a goddamn thing. Kanye hiding out in another country right now, scared. So I ain't asking Kanye nothing. They kicked Kanye
I
out the
ain't
country.
saying too much.
Yeah, he done lost his kids. They got his daughter looking crazy now.
Kanye was apologizing. You seen that, Kwame?
They ain't gonna let him apologize. He done said too much.
No, he apologized. He went to a rabbi, the dude Rabbi Pinto. He bowed down, apologized, all that shit. You ain't seen
Yeah.
that?
Guess what though? Old boy that just went to jail, he apologized too. They still locked his ass up. Andrew Tate. He been apologizing too.
Yeah.
Kanye
But you know
apologized,
what,
then came
Kwame?
out with a song called Hail Hitler.
Man.
No,
He did what?
he apologized after that. Like if you like, bro, look it up.
I thought he apologized before that. He might have.
Nah, look it up, bro. It's a dude named Rabbi Pinto. Where I was surprised when I seen that shit. I said, "Damn, bro," because it's a million. Like, bro, Kanye's a millionaire, dog.
They not
Like,
gonna
he's
accept his apology. I don't think. They just waiting on him.
No, they ain't said this for now.
But you know what, Kwame?
Hold on, Nate.
Kwame,
Let me
I
see
understand
if
your. Oh,
hold
my
on,
bad.
Nate. Let me see if Speak Mike Fix. Speaks, what's up?
Can you hear me? Hopefully it's not too
I got
loud.
you.
I'm outside. Okay, cool. I just came up to talk about the other topic. I don't know if you guys switched by now. I've been trying to.
Nah, we're right there on it. We're waiting on you. What's going on? Why is it like that? Why do we always defend Israel without I know you know how to say it without getting the channel taken down.
I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. So we give that country $3.8 billion a year, and then they take some of that money and invest it right back in our politicians, and that's a problem.
right.
Because they pay for, I think the number is like over 90% of our politicians are funded by this other country. So there's an investment in us protecting them, and that's how they've been protected the whole time. But on the whole nuclear topic, they have nukes. So they keep talking about how big of a problem it would be for Iran to have nukes. Israel illegally has nukes. They're not part of the treaty that all the countries with nukes made with each other, that they would be under a governing body that can do inspections and all that. Israel doesn't do that. They're a rogue nation who are at war with several countries in that region, which is why they're worried about Iran, because Iran has been around for thousands of years, and they just won't bend the knee to these people. Israel thinks they have a right to that land, and that's why they're taking over parts of Lebanon now.
Right.
Said they basically own Florida. Do your research. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a lot of money that's involved.
But you said that they give us money. Speak said we give them 3.8 billion.
Yeah, and then they turn around and reinvest our taxpayer money into our politicians, to buy our
Right.
politicians. So we're actually funding what's happening right now, which is why I'm completely against this war. I'm completely against everything that has to do with anything attacking Iran because it's not in our interest. It's in that other country's interest. It's got nothing to do with us.
Yeah. Every corrupt action has been through our tax money. To be
So our
honest.
politicians are still the issue because they're being controlled with the money. Just think about it, $3.8 billion. That's a lot of money for politicians, boy. Lord.
And that's
That's a
every year.
whole
So
lot of
every
money.
conflict we've been in over in the Middle East has been on behalf of Israel in some shape or fashion. It benefits them.
So
I mean,
we just the real ones. We we Israel is just basically hiring us as the goons.
We
yeah. So
like
what I
John
always
Right.
Chad.
Right.
yeah. So how I always categorize it is Israel is like a little brother who's out of control, and we get forced to help them in every fight they get in. And instead of stopping them from fighting, we just back them up no matter what because they're paying us with taxpayer dollars. It's a way to launder money. This is why I'm against almost all the wars. The Ukraine war is the same thing. We send taxpayer dollars there, then they pay our politicians to bring the money back, and they just essentially launder taxpayer dollars to themselves.
Ain't
You
that a bitch?
you know who else was doing that? O speaks? The whole Ukrainian situation, that money was going all the way around the world through Ukraine, coming back to the politicians' pockets.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. We send them our taxpayer dollars, and the only way to get it back is once we give it to them as aid, which is why I'm also against USAID, and they just
Yeah.
re-give the money back to us in the form of donations. But it's not to the taxpayer; it's to the politicians.
Right. 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 Yup. Right.
So those ain't for no time.
So
Listen,
anyway,
Man,
I'm at
man,
work. I
you
gotta
know
go.
YN, man. You don't know nothing about this, man.
man, I was gonna
I'm
ask
at
y'all
work.
what this
I gotta
about some
go.
oil. That's what all the wars about, some oil. This ain't about no oil. That's why we ain't
No,
protecting
this
them.
has nothing to do with
Hey,
oil.
we'll bring
Yeah.
your young ass back. You don't know that about. We listen to the
Yeah.
old
So here's the
heads.
issue with the oil is Iran. What they're doing right now is all they can do. They can't make it any worse for the world because they control 25% of the world's oil, which is a lot, and it's damaging every economy in the world. But they don't own any of that oil, so controlling the Strait of Hormuz is all they can do. They can't do anything more than that. So if they do get into a conflict with Israel, they would have already done it because they can do it. They have the capabilities. They have the proliferation abilities to do it. They don't need to nuke them. So the fact that they show control, and we just learned other missiles that they have, nobody knew they had the capabilities that they had. They started bombing places that were way outside the area scope we thought they had. So if it's true that they would do whatever people think they would do with nukes, they would have already been doing it. They would have taken Israel out a long time ago. They have the capabilities.
But they couldn't do it because of us. Because of
That's it.
U.S. is help
Yep.
is protect.
That's it.
Yeah.
And as you see, they're bombing our bases in the Gulf. They haven't hit Israel infrastructure at all. They've hit parts of Israel, but they could completely wipe Israel off the map if
That's
they
right.
just focused on Israel.
They
They're
wouldn't even
they're
need
really showing
resistance.
restraint.
Yeah, they've been showing restraint this whole time because they fear what we would do, our response. But if it were just between them and Israel,
Right.
Israel would be under control, Iran would be under control, and it literally would end all of this. They're scared. They're using the nuke as a deterrent, but it has nothing to do with that because Israel illegally has nukes. If Israel declared that they had nukes, it would be illegal for us to fund them in any way, shape, or form. It is
Right.
against U.S.
Well,
law.
Adrian Campbell is disagreeing with you, Odom Speaks. What you got to say on this, brother Campbell?
Oh, I'm just saying that I don't think they illegally have nukes. I think he just,
Yeah, no. They illegally have nukes. They stole the technology from us. Every
They
country
did.
right now,
I work in the
every country,
nuclear field.
okay, every country that has nukes is under a treaty except Israel. Every country has declared their nukes. They're all open to inspection except Israel. If Israel says yes, we have nukes,
so
it is
why
against
isn't
U.S. law. Say it again.
the UN wouldn't they be on that like they are like they are on Iran?
Yeah, they
Nope.
are. That's why every other
Netanyahu is
country is against them. Why do you think every other country is against him and trying to lock Netanyahu up?
I mean, I understand the aspect of that, but I don't think that they're illegally doing anything. I think that they're under the umbrella of the UN and the US.
No, they are not. They're not part of the UN. They're not even protected by a treaty from us. We just do it. If they were part of the UN, they would not be able to own the nukes that they have. They're not.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we
Look
got
into it,
homie. We got nuclear weapons.
I know that. Yeah, I know
That's
that.
what I'm
So
saying. So, but
if
it's
you look up,
illegal.
if you look up American law on missiles, you can. I don't know how you want to type it up. If Israel declared that they have nukes, the United States would not be able to give them any money, any funding at all. So what they do anytime they're asked is they get real ambiguous and they use weird language because they can't say yes we have nukes. So they'll use it as a threat, or they'll say something like we don't want our enemies to know what we have, because as soon as they declare it, it is now against the law for the United States to give them any funding.
And again, they stole the technology from us. They had a foreign
100%.
agent
That's
working on
verifiable.
our site.
Back in
I believe it was the 50s. I have to look it up.
I mean, but then I don't know.
Shit,
I mean, you can look it up. This is not. So when I say certain things, if it's my opinion, I'll say it's my opinion. My opinion is that we should not be over there. But when it comes to nukes, it's a fact. They
We
stole
don't
their
have no
technology
choice
from
though.
us.
We have no choice.
Why is that?
We've been in bed with them since 1947.
Yeah, because
That's
they've been
true.
funneling the money back to our politicians. It's got nothing to do with
But
commitment. It's got to do with
remember,
corruption.
remember, we just tried to do a ceasefire,
But
and
in
during the ceasefire, there
1947,
was
money wasn't involved, correct? It was just the
Money's always
foundation
been
of
Money's
their
involved.
country.
always
money was
been
always
involved.
Money
involved
always
since
been
Israel
I
was
mean,
involved.
money
founded by the
is
Rothschilds.
definitely
Money was
involved, but as
always
far as
involved.
like money, a controlling factor in our government, they didn't have no controlling factor in our government back in 1947.
Yeah,
I
they've
disagree.
learned to
But
weaponize.
you looking at it wrong though. You got this is all intelligence agencies, bro. Like this
Oh
ain't
no. I mean, I do understand that aspect. I think that's you know what I'm saying. I think that your old buddy Epstein, and what
right,
he done is the reason why we're doing what we're doing.
right. And what was he a part of?
Whatever Mossad.
Right, right. It's a tree, bro. Like if you
Yeah.
follow the roots of this shit,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
you'll have to look into a lot of things to get the big picture.
right.
But you know
No,
what, fella? You know what? I hear a lot of people's opinion about Obama and what he didn't do. But you got to understand, like y'all was just saying, they don't run the United States. The president don't. You
Yeah,
got
but
foreign countries that run. America also, who's involved with
I
America
think what
too.
old buddy said earlier about APAC. APAC, you know what I'm saying, and they controlling like 90% of all our politicians.
he's a CIA asset too.
No, so the thing
Epstein.
about APAC is different. They control the oil market. That's why we protect them. The other
No, not
nation,
OPEC,
Israel, doesn't
not
control
OPEC. I'm
anything.
talking about APAC. APAC. That's
Oh, I
the
think okay.
contributors to the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Not
you
OPEC.
when you go into somebody's past, bro, like especially I ain't gonna say his name, but you just said his name. He's a CIA asset too. So
Oh yeah.
it all goes, you know what I'm saying? Like it's about power. It's about resources and power. It's more
Oh,
money is
when
just
you
a
get into
means
all
to
that,
get there.
it gets fishy. It get real fishy.
Right. Right.
I understand all that. I just, you know what I'm saying? It's just different aspects of different things that y'all were saying that I was like, man, I don't know. That's all. I'm not trying to disagree. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm just trying to join the conversation pretty much.
Nah, you cool. Yeah. It's a good conversation.
This is how you learn, bro. This is how you learn.
Exactly.
It's kind of weird because we got to kind of talk around it.
You don't want to mess up KB.
So basically, what y'all saying is I need to be investing money in this new oil reserve, this new oil coin.
Right. It's gonna
Yes.
cost you a lot of
JB, I got
money.
to get back to work. They looking at me funny.
I wouldn't even know.
All right, still Otis Street.
All right, oh.
No, it ain't gonna cost no lot of money. You better go look it up.
To get into oil?
Man,
You ain't gotta put that much on.
Oh, y'all must don't know that.
Yeah, let me know how you get in.
Yeah, I got a little pocket change. Let me know.
Go to Coinbase. But I think it's a DE. Hold on. It might be a DEX stock. So it's USOH. That's what Trump is about to put in. That's what they were talking about. This oil stock that they about to move it over to USOH. I'm gonna be investing in that. Since y'all talk about this, I'm gonna give you some of that USOH.
What makes you want to do that though?
Why
I'm
not?
just saying.
You don't hear what he said.
No. I'm not saying about the money aspect. I'm just saying as far as like the conversation. What in the conversation, you know what I'm saying, is making you to believe, you know what I'm saying, to invest in that. That's all.
It ain't just about this conversation. It's about what Trump said out of his own mouth. Just look it up.
Okay.
And you gotta also look through the years, man. It all been the same.
It's USOH.
The only thing with Trump is he's been kind of messing up the market by keep making statements like, "Oh, we might go to war," or "This is what's going to happen. We're going to
I have been
replace
hearing
the
that too.
Federal Reserve. We're going to replace the Federal Reserve chair and all that." So he makes the market go up and down.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with him.
I heard about that.
And a little birdie told me the United States Water Reserve too.
Okay, I need to write this
Okay.
down.
It's called USWR, United States Water Reserve. Just a little birdie told me that those two things would be pretty good. I'm not. Birdie told me because
We need to talk to this bird you've been talking to.
Well, this is
No
why I
shit.
don't. Listen, this is why I'm not like most people. When President Biden is in office, he's my president. When Obama was in office, he's my president. They have the power to move and do certain things. Trump said this shit out of his own mouth. He said what he was doing to the oil reserve. He said he was going to do it by July, like the 27th or some shit. And I'm like, what? I wasn't going to tell y'all, but I said, let me tell y'all.
Oh.
But you know what, Kwame? That's why I like conversations like this, because some of us we so busy talking about what people not doing for us, but we don't listen. We don't listen. There's a lot of stuff out there where a black family or whatever can make money. We just don't pay attention. We don't do the research.
I don't
We
believe
don't do
it's a
none of
scam.
that.
Hold on, Nate. I don't believe it's a scam, but it's a DEX stock. Do your research on it. Do your research on it. I'm not telling you to do it.
Because my ex-wife hooked me up on getting stocks. But you got to pick the right stock. That's the whole thing about it. And the way it's going now, shit. Oil, like Kwame say, water, that's a can't miss.
Anything you can miss on.
What was that? US, the water one?
But I don't think oil.
What was the water one, Kwame?
United States Water Reserve, USWR.
WR, okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just look at them.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Hey,
look that up.
off topic, Kwame. I'm down here in Gainesville, man. I heard some things about you down here, man.
Oh yeah.
It's good things. It ain't no bad things. They, you know what I'm saying? They talk about when you was down here. I guess you know what I'm saying before all that stuff happened with you.
They probably still mad at me that I ain't go down there. Damn.
No, these just the regular folks. They like, you know what I'm saying. I guess they kicked it with you or something. You know what I'm saying, and was hanging with you.
Oh yeah, I met some dudes from Gainesville at a spot named Mahomes in Atlanta.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or chopped it up. This is not about no president, taxes, no stock, no crypto, more laws passed, no oil or water. This is about U.S., the people of the book. Oh shit, he getting deep with it.
Deep conversation right there. That's enough. Yeah.
They saying that black folks are the real Israelites.
Hey, I ain't fucking with Buddy, boy. He got deep with that, boy.
Trust
Hey,
me, I used to be an Israelite, bro. I know all about that type shit.
Oh.
I can tell you.
You dropped your flag, man. You a false claimer now, man.
I mean, you can't stop being one. It's basically the ideology, but
No, you said past tense, man.
Yeah.
They
You
gonna
can't
get on
stop.
your ass when they catch you. They gonna get on you, boy.
So you believe us as the black people here are the real Israelites?
I don't think all, but there's some. There's a lot here. I don't think all. You can't.
The indigenous ones from here.
I wouldn't even say that. Like you got to go into because people can look like something when you look at somebody. They can look like something and be something else.
Oh yeah.
So for example,
that's the whole delineation thing.
Yeah, I'm really Chinese.
Yeah, because you can see somebody with blonde hair, blue eyes, and they have a black descendant. Like you will never know by just looking at somebody just based on their appearance.
mean,
So,
you
would shit like that now. And if you blonde hair, blue eye, my training is to call you white. I'm sorry.
yeah, but as far as the Bible, it's like it goes off your supposed to go off your
But
father's
all
side.
colors come from black folks, so you know what I'm saying. It's black folks with you know what I'm saying?
Essentially.
Hold on, wait a minute now. Shaq said the NBA was scripted. Oh hell no, man. Shaq, don't fuck up my pension. You messed my pension up, Shaq. You got yours now. I have to go up there and see Shaq. Big ass. Well, fuck this up for me, Shaq. You got 111 jobs now. You all in every commercial now, big dog.
Shaq
do this to me, Diesel. The NBA is not a script. Everything is one, fair and square. I don't believe nothing Shaq say. Yeah, he did Shaq a fool. So yeah, Shaq, you scripted Shaq a fool then. Oh shit! Here come American man. I thought I was out of here, man. I'm done bloviating, man.
Hey, so Kwame, you don't be hearing your boy talk about the magnet ball?
No, man. Ain't no such thing.
Hey,
I don't want to know.
Kwame trying not to get flagged. Kwame trying not to get flagged.
Find out it's a script. My pitching out the door. Come on, man. Like that, man.
Hey, real quick, man. I was touching on the.
I think they got the legal aspect of that done. Shit. Don't they got that disclaimer about it being entertainment?
Yeah.
When you guys were touching on the Israelites thing, right? Quick question: when you read your Bible says God did what to the Israelites? He cast them out of their land. They will not know their lineage and blah blah blah. Who's the only people that have that problem?
Us.
Yeah.
Because hey, American man, don't you go there. We going on the Patreon with this shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
It's kind of deep, American man, but I hear what you're saying,
man.
I hear what you're saying,
man.
American
I
man.
stayed up here to argue with American man because I knew he was gonna say some bullshit.
No, let's get our ass over to Patreon. I see what's happening now. This shit finna go left. Let's get our ass over to Patreon.
Hold on, now. How was that?
Y'all boys, I'm ending this live. I'm up out of this thing. I'm going.
Right.